Lisbeth Meléndez Rivera. I am originally from Caguas, Puerto Rico. I am a born troublemaker and have been lucky enough to exercise that as a career for now going on 35 years. I think I've known that I was, that I was a lesbian since I was probably born. I chose to play by certain societal rules. I come from an upper middle class family. There were roles that we had to play. I had cotillion. You wear the lace dress, and you have your best friend walk you down, basically show you off to society. And I, there was a particular resistance. My parents knew that I wasn't like super happy about it, but I complied. And somewhere around, actually, somewhere like right around at the time that I turned 30, I was like, okay, I'm done. I'm done complying. A week before my 30th birthday, I walked into my hairdresser and I said, cut it off. And my hair was down to my butt. I said, cut it off. And she was like, what? I was like, I want my hair off. So she said, it's too radical. So she gives me this weird bob. I literally left there, gave her the however much money, it was a lot of money, and walked right to next, like 3 doors down to the Supercuts and said, shaved it.
Wow.
And I took my hair off. And that act alone was like 1,000 pounds of weight had come off my, my soul. So what my mother did, which, for those of you who grew up in Puerto Rico or in a place where it's highly Catholic, she stopped blessing me. So I will go home, Mami, ¿cómo estás? Bendición. Aquí está tu papá. Mami, adiós, bendición. Adiós. Right? That, to me, broke my heart. It broke my heart. Because to me, what that meant at that moment is that I wasn't worthy of her giving me the thing that said, you are worth walking into this world as a child of God. About 6 to 8 months after that phone call, I ended up going home to spend an extended period of time healing the typical breakup, blah blah. And my parents were very welcoming. Here's your room. We kept our distance, but my mother was like, are you feeling okay? Are you okay? I sit down, I have questions. And I was like, I took a deep breath and I said, okay. And my mom looked at me straight in the eye and said, what's homophobia? And I literally did one of these. I'm like, who are you? Like, what did you do with my mother? And I paused and took a deep breath and said, I will answer that question, but I need to know why you're asking. So-and-so, which was a friend of hers, her son. I said, yeah. And I said, well, he came home and got in a cab. He flew to Puerto Rico, grew up in a cab, and when he kind of like walked in, like I was driving into town, people saw him and called her and said, hey, oh my God, he's coming. And she literally closed every window, every door. When he knocked on the door, she was like, the filth of you cannot walk through my door. How dare you? Do not bring your infested, blah, blah, blah. Like, I know. You will never be welcome here ever again. You've shamed me. You've shamed God. You've kicked him out. Now, he had come home to die. He had come home because he knew already that he had very little time left. And he, in all his pride, Got back in a cab. Who had not even finished taking his luggage out. Drove back to the airport. Flew back to New York. And died in the streets. And my mother looked at me and she said, you and I might not always agree. I might not like everything you do and you don't like everything I do, but you are my daughter. And I will love you above anything else. And that was the beginning of a 30-year conversation that continues today.